At some point you have to ask yourself, how many stadiums does one city need? And yesterday we had a developer pitch a 66-acre, $10 billion sports campus in Las Vegas with the idea it would attract an NBA franchise, the biggest project in Las Vegas history that would be fully privately funded. $10 billion privately funded, happening now at Las Vegas 2023. CEO and chairman of Oak View Group says he is working to build a $10 billion privately funded 66-acre sports campus with an arena, and they want to start this project in 2024. And this is something that's completely separate from the All Net and Resort project that is pretty much abandoned at this point. I'll show you the furthest that they got on the construction on that. That was a $5 billion possible retractable roof NBA campus with resorts, casinos, and the stadium or the arena that would be, again, the first retractable roof NBA arena we have seen. What do I make of this new plan? Is it possible? I mean, I guess if it's privately funded, $10 billion is a crazy price tag. The company says they're working to finalize with Clark County to build the massive 66-acre complex in Vegas, and the campus would include hotels, casinos, restaurants, and other faculties, along with a brand new state-of-the-art arena. The company has already invested $27 million and has currently $1 billion in private funds ready to go. My first question is, what is with this obsession of building a massive complex? I mean, this is the second project now we've heard in Las Vegas after the All Net and Resort, which was $5 billion. This is just crazy. $10 billion. You have a beautiful, brand new, state-of-the-art T-Mobile Arena where the Vegas Golden Knights play. What's the issue with using that when it comes to an NBA team? Doesn't it seem too good? Like, it's obvious. Shouldn't you just use that arena? This is Las Vegas. How many facilities do you need? But this is something that is remarkable. And would you even need to build this to lure an NBA team? You already have a state-of-the-art arena. They're making it seem like they, 100% absolutely need to build this new campus, and I really don't think they do. I am starting to question whether Las Vegas can support the big four professional sports. They are getting an MLB team. It's virtually confirmed. They already have NFL. They already have NHL. And now this would be the final rung, an NBA team. It seems almost inevitable at this point. You have NBA players expressing interest. And then these are the renderings of the All Net and Resort. One of my big pet peeves when various groups make announcements on new stadium projects, you need to come ready with at least an initial rendering. When you don't do that, it's very annoying. We have zero renderings on this $10 billion project. You would think if they've already invested $27 million into it, they would have a complete outline. Maybe that'll go public in the coming days and we can see what this crazy NBA campus with casinos and hotels would look like, but I would imagine it would look something similar to the All Net project that was all the way back, 5 or 6 years ago when it was announced. They also had the idea that they would draw in an NBA team. You can see the retractable roof. Is the retractable roof even possible for an NBA arena with condensation and things like that? I guess it is. I mean, with Las Vegas, you're talking about games in January, February. It would probably be cool enough, especially at night, to open the retractable roof for NBA games, but I would imagine it would probably be closed 95% of the time. I am a fan of stadiums or arenas that are unique, so I understand that aspect. I don't think this, potential $10 billion project would include a retractable roof. My pitch would be, why not build an arena that's a complete sphere? That's what I would want to see done. I think that'd be sweet for an NBA arena, and then the outside of it is all translucent and it changes colors and things like that. But I don't know what this is going to be. Again, these are just images from the AllNet Resort and Arena. The only thing they did with that project is they just started pushing dirt around because they wanted to, try and entice and get funding that way. But it does seem like a de facto dead project. There really hasn't been an update on it since 2022. And this seems like this is the new thing that's taking its place. Potentially all privately funded $10 billion. Another arena. Amazing. So you have the A's building their new stadium, you have Allegiant Stadium, you have T-Mobile Arena, and now you have this as well. It is a lot with Las Vegas. There's so much going on right now when it comes to the sports world. It seems kind of unnecessary that they would really need this. It's not like this would be, to me, when it comes to NBA expansion, Vegas and Seattle are by far the two favorites. You really wouldn't need to pitch having to build a new arena. I guess if it was 100% privately funded, that would be an advantage you would have rather than dealing with public funds. That's kind of the one interesting thing, kind of the questions I have with some of these stadium renovations, especially the Jacksonville Jaguars situation. You're dealing with a $1.2 billion renovation. They want it to be 50-50 private with the owner paying and then 50 public. How does this evolve over time? We're seeing at least a few different times now where the projects, the stadiums are being privately funded 100%. And if we start seeing more and more of that, will that affect kind of the process of these stadiums to where if there's an owner that wants it fully publicly funded, if you're the public and you're the taxpayer and you look at all of these other arenas that are possibly all privately funded, you're not going to want to pay that. So it might even make it harder if something like this does happen and if it becomes all privately funded. $10 billion, the biggest project in Las Vegas history. I would love to see renderings of it, but again, is it really necessary already with a state-of-the-art arena that can be used both for NHL and NBA in place? You don't really need to build this to entice, the NBA for an expansion team. You've already got a brand new arena, so we'll have to see what happens on this entire project. Las Vegas, it seems like every day there's new stuff coming out about the A's moving there, an NBA team. It is a happening city right now, and it looks like the NFL and the NHL were the first to really embrace it. And now we're seeing the MLB and very likely the NBA follow suit. The big four sports all in Las Vegas. That is a small market, but they do get a lot of tourism. And the plan is to officially kick this project off. And the plan is to officially break ground on this in 2024. So we'll have to see how this development ends up working out for them. And then this is also an expansion pitch that I saw for Kansas City. You can see the Kansas City Reign, kind of a yellow color, team color there. Kansas City also has a very nice arena that's ready for the NBA, the T-Mobile Center. It is kind of annoying. You've got T-Mobile Arena and the T-Mobile Center, but that is just for Kansas City. I would be very surprised if Kansas City got a team, but I did want to show that off because I thought it was a decent, kind of proposal there for them getting one of the NBA expansion spots or maybe getting a relocation team. The only team I could remotely see relocating right now from the NBA, maybe Charlotte, maybe New Orleans. It has to be a team that has a bad stadium situation. I know New Orleans definitely does. The NBA expansion probably happening sometime in between 2024 and 2025, in my opinion. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description.